Alrighty, we are replacing yet another part on this old truck, and today it is the water pump pulley. It was about $40 shipped, so it was kind of pricey, but it is a genuine Motorcraft part. You still see the little logos there, and that is the part number itself for this pulley. And I have another number to post that I actually found it through. I'll post that up in the description, and it's a simple process. All we're doing is taking the fan clutch off, and we'll loosen the belt, and then once that's off and the fan clutch is off, we can remove these 4 bolts here and then pull the old pulley off, slide the new one on, put the fan clutch back on, put the belt on. We're good to go. And the reason for the replacement today is simply this thing is worn out. It's got 310,000 miles on the truck, and it has worn through like that. It's got a slick spot there. It no longer grips really well. And I've tried painting it and stuff like that, and it quietens down for just a little bit, and I just can't stand that squealing all the time. So we're going to just replace it, call it a day. I've got the parts in hand, so that's today's project. And tools is very simple. You're going to need a 1 7/16 wrench if you do not have the actual setup, and you'll need a pry bar if you don't have the $25 kit that I've shown in my other videos. I can't find my kit right now, that's why I'm using this. And then you'll have to have a I think it was a 7/16 wrench. Yes, 7/16 wrench fits your 4 nuts there. You'll need a 15mm wrench for the tensioner pulley, and then after that you should be good to go. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go ahead and use your 15mm wrench and swing your tensioner pulley up out of the way and remove your belt. Alright, now after the belt's off, you're going to need to put your pry bar in here like so. If you don't have the actual attachment, you'll need to run it in between the nut and that so it holds it, and it's going to take quite a bit of pressure to take it out. I'd say 50 pound of pressure or so. Break it loose with your 1 7/16 wrench, and then once the tension is cracked off of the nut here, you can actually spin it independently from the water pump itself. Now, once you've got this fan off, you're going to have to take your wrench and go ahead and remove the 4 bolts here. You may have to brace it against itself. I would recommend going ahead and using your pry bar to brace it so you can break the tension on these so it won't try to spin. Alright, now we've got the 4 7/16 bolts out of the water pump pulley and remove the pulley itself. And all I'm doing right now is just making sure that there's no shaft play in the water pump itself. Seem to be none. There is like a 30-second of a movement, which is normal because it does have bearings. But basically at this point, I'm just going to clean everything up, paint what I can, and then put everything back together. Alright, so here's the moment of truth. This was cross-referenced with a 4.0 V6 Ranger, and so far it seems to be working out. Just have to line up the bolt holes now. Alright, engine's running, and so far no squeaks, and the belt isn't trying to ride up anymore. So at this point, it's got a new alternator, tensioner pulley, a new power steering pump with the old pulley, a new water pump pulley, and a brand new Daco belt on the front of it. And so far it's quiet. I mean, you got the fan noise and you got the hum of the power steering pump, but other than that, it's not squealing and going on like it was.